Good evening and welcome to the news on TV360. My name is Emily Agu. At least 20 persons have been killed in an early morning bomb explosion at a busy market in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital in northeast Nigeria. The explosion occurred at a local market known as Monday Market near the Power Holding Company building around 8 a.m. Eyewitnesses say the bomb was planted in a truck carrying charcoal. Among those killed in the explosion were the elderly and beggars. No one or group has claimed responsibility for the attack, but suspicion falls on Boko Haram. The attack also comes about 24 hours after the military announced the arrest of the head of Boko Haram cell in the city. Maiduguri is regarded as the spiritual home of the sect and has carried out several attacks in the city in the past. A Borno state government official has confirmed the blast, saying the casualty number is expected to be very high. A Lagos State High Court has discharged and acquitted 6 people accused of killing a former Lagos State People's Democratic Party governorship candidate, Funsho Williams. Bolama Kolu, Musamaina, David Cassidy, Tunani Sonoma, Mustafa Kayode, and Ekpowose Imerebe walked away from the court as free men after 8 years of trial. Justice Ebenezer Adebajo of the Lagos High Court, located at Iboshiri, discharged and acquitted the suspected killers on the grounds that the prosecution failed to establish a prima facie case against any of the accused persons. Funsho Williams was found dead in his Lagos home on July 27, 2006. He had been running for governorship of Lagos State under the platform of the People's Democratic Party. A prominent northern politician and former Minister of Transportation in the Second Republic, Umaru Dikko, is dead. Dikko, who was 78, died in a London hospital early Tuesday, his son Dr. Bello Dikko has confirmed. A family member of the late Dikko also confirmed that the politician had been ill for quite some time and had suffered 3 strokes consecutively. Born in 1936, Umaru Dikko was a trusted advisor to President Shehu Shagari. He was famous after an attempt by the military regime of General Muhammadu Buhari to smuggle him out of the United Kingdom in a crate to face prosecution charges in Nigeria failed. He had been on asylum in the UK at the time. And still on Dikko, President Goodluck Jonathan has expressed sadness over the death of former Minister of Transport Umaru Dikko. The president, in a statement by his special advisor on media and publicity, Ruben Abati, sent his condolences to the family of the late Dikko. Jonathan said the late transport minister, in spite of his advanced age, contributed a lot to strengthening democracy in Nigeria and would be greatly remembered for it. A group within the Lagos State chapter of the All Progressives Congress, APC, calling itself New Lagos Movement, has called for internal democracy within the party's caucus. Briefing newsmen in Lagos today, the leadership of the group said the imposition of party leaders and candidates is gradually becoming a big issue in the party. Chairman of the group, Niyi Adesheju, called on the new leadership of the party to address the problem, which he says is capable of undermining the political aspirations of Nigerians. He also cited the June 21st governorship election in Ekiti State as an instance where the absence of internal democracy had affected the party's chances at the polls, and warned that the scenario may repeat itself in Lagos come 2015 if not properly addressed.
It is our aspiration that the culture of imposition of party leaders and electoral candidates, which up till this moment has become an albatross to our political advancement, shall no longer be tolerated. Never again shall the political fate of our millions be determined by a single individual in an atmosphere devoid of all tenets of universal adult suffrage. Emergence of electoral candidates must be by direct primaries, as deeply enshrined in the constitution of our great party. We must realize that we have nothing less than 215,000 registered members in Ekiti State. But unfortunately, our party polled less than its numerical strength in the election, which means that our members did not vote for our candidates. Very certain is that we may lose Lagos in 2015 if we allow the discredited religious and zoning sentiments recently introduced by Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, by which he intends to impose his anointed candidates on the membership of the party. Governors in APC states must be well monitored and should not be left to the dictates of their hunch or personal whims and caprices. Party discipline must be institutionalized and anchored on adroit regulatory process in an atmosphere devoid of dictatorial superimposition from the center of the party.
In a move towards reducing the amount of cash in the system, the Central Bank of Nigeria has extended its cashless policy to 30 more states in the Federation, starting July 1st. The policy, which commenced in Lagos State in 2012, was extended in 2013 to Abia, Anambra, Kano, Ogun and Rivers states, as well as the Federal Capital Territory. Before the new directive, the CBN had announced the deferment of charges for individual and corporate account holders who wish to withdraw cash above the prescribed limits in the 30 states. The chairman of the Senate Committee on Finance, Senator Ahmed McCarthy, has labelled as unfair the 35 million naira minimum capital base imposed on the Bureau of the Change operators. McCarthy, who addressed newsmen in Abuja, stated that both chambers of the National Assembly were already working towards intervening in the matter. The committee chairman said that the Central Bank of Nigeria could only justify the imposition of the huge capital base on the BDC operators if the regulatory agency find enough foreign exchange to sell to them at regulated rates. He advised that the Apex Bank should make the payment of the minimum capital base optional if it could not guarantee enough forex for the operators. And now to foreign stories. French ex-president Nicolas Sarkozy has been detained for questioning over alleged influence peddling, an unprecedented step against the former president. Sarkozy is being questioned about whether he sought inside information from the judge concerning an investigation into campaign funding. The latest developments are seen as a blow to Sarkozy's attempts to contest for the presidency in 2017. The Israeli Air Force has launched a series of air raids on the Gaza Strip hours after the bodies of 3 missing teenagers were found in the occupied West Bank. The Israeli military said it launched 34 raids in the early hours of Tuesday in response to 20 rockets fired into Israel from the Strip. A Palestinian was also shot dead on Tuesday in an Israeli operation in Jenin in the West Bank. The attacks came hours after the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu promised that the Gaza-based group Hamas will pay after the discovery of young settlers' bodies near the west village of Hohal on Monday. And now to sports. Hours after losing to France in the round of 16, Super Eagles coach Stephen Keshi and team captain Joseph Yobo have both quit the Nigerian team. The duo announced they're leaving the team after failing to qualify for the quarter-final stage of the 2014 World Cup. Speaking after the Eagles lost to France in the round of 16 match in Brasilia Monday, the Delta State-born tactician said it was time to move on after leaving his country's national team to African Nations Cup trophy last year and the ongoing World Cup in Brazil. Team captain Yobo stated it was time for him to give younger players the opportunity to forge ahead, adding that it was time to focus on his family. Cameroon football managers said they are determined to root out the 7 players they termed as bad apples implicated in the alleged match-fixing scandal over the World Cup game they had with Croatia. The Cameroon Federation, in a statement on their website, stated that the recent allegations surrounding the Cameroonian team's 2014 World Cup preliminary games, especially Cameroon versus Croatia, do not reflect the values and principles of the association. The association also said it was strongly committed towards employing every means necessary to resolve the matter in the shortest time. FIFA has thus far not commented on the ongoing investigation. And that's it on the news tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Emily Agu. Do have yourself a good evening. Goodbye.